Good afternoon, and thank you for joining me on another episode of Ask Sharifah Videocast. I have a very interesting guest for you today. You're going to love her and you're going to love her story because I've been loving her since we were kids back in the day, back in the school you or in the playground and when you out with your friends. You always have that one person that everyone wanted to be. Her hair was always perfect. Her clothes were always perfect. Her smile was always perfect. She not only could do all of the drill team moves, but she created almost all of them. So this woman that I'm about to introduce is going to tell you about her life that hasn't always been so perfect and how she started and where she is today. I would love to introduce you to my friend, Tisheka Morgan-Hatter. Good morning. Good afternoon. How are you,
Oh,
Tashika?
hello. Hi, everyone. Hi, Sharifah. Hi, my friend.
How are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
I am amazing. I'm having fun being on this road, being on this journey, but it's like sitting here thinking back to like when we were kids growing
Right,
up, what it was
right,
like just to be young and free and not have to worry
right,
about everything in
right.
the world.
Well, first off, let me just tell you that I am beyond proud of you. Like, you are amazing. Like, I never imagined that you would now become Sharifah. Like, I am just so proud of you. I'm happy to be on this journey with you, watching you develop and become this powerful Black woman, such as I am myself. So I just wanted to tell you that I am beyond proud of you once again. And I thank you for allowing me to come on your platform and just tell my story. Basically, how they say you never know how your story can help the next person. And so that's just basically what I'm here for, is just be real and tell you about me. That's
Yes,
basically it.
and I know you can't be anything but real. I definitely know that. But I appreciate, I accept, I thank you for everything that you mentioned about me. But I always tell everybody, no matter what, I'll always be Reefy from the block. Back in the day, I'm the same person I've always been. And I just love to help people. Now, one of the things I wanted to talk about that you're doing right now is
Okay.
your taco business. And the
Yes.
reason that I wanted to focus on your taco business is because for a long time, we're going to talk about the business, but you didn't post, you didn't come out, you didn't talk, you didn't say anything. And since I've known you, like I said, since we were children, and this is no offense because I love you, but
Right.
Tashika's never quiet. Like you're
Right.
never
Right.
quiet,
Right. Right.
And
Right.
so tell us a little bit about what you were going through that led up to you making the decision to go into business for yourself.
Okay, so about 2 years ago, it'll be 2 years come next month on the 7th of July, I lost my husband.
Oh
Um,
wow.
I
I'm
lost
sorry
my
to hear that.
husband to an asthma attack. He stopped breathing for 16 minutes. And we were actually, him and I were in business together. We had decided that we were going to make a family catering business, something that we could leave for our kids to have, to fall back on. And it was like once he passed, I felt like I couldn't do it again. Like
Mhm.
the dream that him and I had as a team, I couldn't see myself now trying to come and do it by myself. So that's why you didn't see me post for a while, because depression it's real. You understand what I'm saying? Depression is like no other. When people say check on your friends, check on your family, just check in and just say, hey, hi, how you doing? It's needed because, like I said, you go through everything that you can imagine, and I'm still not 100%, but I'm not where I was at when he first passed. So I had to kind of step back and reevaluate me. You understand what I'm saying? Really think about what it is that now I have to do, as now I'm a single mom. You
Mhm.
understand what I'm saying? And the help in that mate, that was my soulmate. We were together for 26 years before he passed. You
Yes.
get what I'm saying? We are high school sweethearts.
Yes.
So we come from the same neighborhood, same background, same neighborhood, and same high school. And from our high school, we became a unit. And from our unit, we had our first daughter, which is Bree. That's the one you got to know. And so we just, got married, had kids, and we were doing the Black couple, raising our kids, mother, father, in same home. You understand what I'm saying? They say that it's no longer, that's not true, because it is longer. My husband and myself, we were doing that. We were raising our kids. We got the luxury of being able to have us a bonus baby, From my daughter, she gave us a bonus daughter. So we were raising 4 kids in our home, mother, father, kids. And he passed. So that was like a, like a woo, when they say you get shook, it shook. And I just couldn't understand how to now get back so that I could be stable like this, because I was constantly feeling like I was going like that. You know what I mean? So that's why I had to just step back. That's why you didn't see me post. I even deleted all social media. I had to, because the memories pop up and it's like, oh, I'm not ready for that. I'm not ready to see what my life was prior to him passing, because it's like now I have to adjust to what my life is now. It's no longer what it was 2 years ago. You know what I mean? Where I was 2 years ago, I'm no longer there. That person that I was 2 years ago, I'm no longer that person. Now I am a widow. I became a widow in my early 40s. When you're filling out paperwork and when they ask you marital status, or when you're filling out paperwork for your kids and they're asking about the father, you now have to put deceased. You now have to put widow. That shakes you. So I had to just reevaluate me. And now I'm here and standing strong. I'm moving forward. I'm trying, like I said, every day has its battles, but I keep pushing because my faith. I have 4 beautiful kids that keep me pushing. I have a family unit. I have my tribe that keeps me pushing. When I feel like I want to fall out there, like, no, it's no falling. Get back up and keep pushing. So now here I am now, and I move forward. And so sitting down with the kids, and I'm like, what should I do? Like, I don't want to just give up the cooking business, because these hands, they work magic and I can really cook. Like, so I didn't want to not cook any longer. So it was like, well, what can I do? So I decided to do my taco business. And that's where you have Not Your Mama's Tacos.
Okay, so we're gonna talk a little bit, because ever since I saw the name, I was like, I know what that means. And I have more questions. And I was actually mad because I was like, why she don't have Not Your Mama's Tacos in Los Angeles? Like, how am I get some tacos? She done moved to Arizona. Like, I think this is personal. Like, I need some tacos too. But we're gonna talk about all of that. You talked about the baby, so I wanted to let you know that Bree says, "Hey, Mom." So the family, your tribe, like you mentioned, is tuning in. They're supporting you, sending you love, lots of hearts. Yes, Jasmine says, "Hi, Sharifah. Hi, Tisheka. Wow, what an introduction. That was beautiful."
Thank you.
Yes, Francis says, "Enjoying the energy." So it's a lot of people watching, tuning in, and appreciating it.
Thank you guys so much. You guys gonna make me cry. Don't do that.
No, because if you cry, then I will cry. I told myself before this show, I said, Sharifah, do not cry. Do not cry, because it's so much that I know.
We're not going to cry. We're not going to cry. We're going to be strong. We're not going to cry.
We are. Whew. So, but I just want to go back to this one aspect, not to focus on it too much, because I don't want us to cry. Right. Past Friday, I went to the funeral of one of my friend's husbands.
Right.
Now, my friend had a heart attack. Went into the hospital. She was in the hospital about 3 or 4 days, and her husband was at home. And
Michelle.
Yes, basically stressed out. Right. But our friend. But I don't go to funerals as a rule. Right. You know what I mean? And it's not, because I felt even bad when I made the post, because my other friend's mother had just passed away. Actually, 2 friends' mothers had passed away. And then someone else had passed away. And I didn't do this kind of post. Right. It wasn't just that she was such a good friend of mine. It was that I knew at 40 something, her life had just changed, and I couldn't do anything but be there for her. You know what I mean? So when you talk about this needing to go away and delete social media, people always, say you got to get back up there, which you do. But for people who are dealing with this right now, did that take you the entire 2 years before you said, I'm gonna do it again? Or I mean, because I know it was in days.
No, it took me about a year.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly speaking, it took me about a year to say, okay, I'm ready to deal with it, but then I still back and forth it. I still didn't fully 100% come back to the social media like I came back to maybe like Snap or
Mm-hmm.
maybe like Instagram. But
Mm-hmm.
Facebook is more raw to me and more real because that's where I posted more of our life.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? For family that, didn't have the opportunity to see, that's where I posted more of mine and his life and the kid's life. So Facebook, it took me a while. It took me longer with Facebook than it did with, like I said, the Insta and the Snap, just because the memories they pop back. Like even here now, it's crazy because even with me now having my Facebook, I just got a memory that just popped back and I was like, ooh. You know what I mean? It's kind of like it shakes you. It's no way, okay, let me explain. So you know how people tell you with time it heals and time you'll get, that's not true.
Mm-hmm.
I'm my opinion, that's not true. You know
Mm-hmm.
how they say, no, you don't learn how to deal with it, you learn how to cope with it.
Mm-hmm.
You learn how to not allow the triggers that trigger you. You learn how to deal with those.
Mm-hmm.
Like somebody playing a song,
Mm-hmm.
like a smell,
Mm-hmm.
like somebody sounding like it, or you seeing somebody walking down the street and they maybe look like them. At first in the beginning, all of that stuff are triggers.
Mm-hmm.
So in the beginning, when he first passed, if I just smelt the smell, I'm welling, I'm boohoo crying.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody looked like him, I'm boohoo crying.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody said something, if I seen, I'm boohoo crying. So you just learn how to deal with those triggers. You
Mm-hmm.
understand what I'm saying? So it's never to say that you'll never learn how to deal with it because it's forever.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like they go and they come back.
Mm-hmm.
No, they're gone. So
Mm-hmm.
you just learn how to deal with the triggers. You learn
Mm-hmm.
how to not allow the triggers to send you back into depression.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? You learn how to not allow the triggers to send you back to where you were. Because
Mm-hmm.
the whole thing of it is you have to keep moving.
Mm-hmm.
It's not for you to now come to a halt and you now just stay here. You
Mm-hmm.
have to still keep moving, especially if you have kids. You
Mm-hmm.
can't just, I'm not gonna live. I'm just gonna tear up. You can't do that. You have kids that's watching you and they're feeding off of you. So
Mm-hmm.
imagine if I just would have been like, oh, I'm done with life. Oh, I'm over it. What would my
Mm-hmm.
kids say? You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? Oh, I'm done with life too and I'm over it. No, I don't need you doing that.
Mm-hmm.
That's not what this is for. You know what I mean? We have to keep, the marathon doesn't stop. In
Mm-hmm.
Nipsey words, the marathon doesn't stop. The marathon continues. It
Mm-hmm.
doesn't just, you just learn how to deal with your triggers.
Mm-hmm. Yes, but I thought, especially like I was saying with Michelle and her husband, Charles, what one reason it just kind of touched me because I believe that there's nothing worse to a certain extent than burying your child. But next to that would be burying your spouse because it is true that you are truly one, and you never think about how much you do together. Like maybe that's the person who handles all of the bills or makes all the coffee or
So
runs.
how about this?
Okay.
You know how in the movies
Mm-hmm.
you watch it, right? In the movies.
Mm-hmm.
I watched that.
Mm-hmm.
I physically watched that.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't come to him being passed.
Mm-hmm.
For 5 days, back and forth to the hospital, that's what I had to deal with. So that's my reality. When it get closer to the time, that's my reality.
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I say, would it have been easier had I went and he was already passed? Maybe, because it's like, to watch that, that's even another thing that you have to get over. That's another trigger. You understand what I'm saying? That you have to get over, because it's like every time you close your eyes, that's what you see. Every time you think up a thought, that's what you see and that's what you hear. You replay it constantly. You replay the nurses coming and telling you, okay, he's leaving. I replay that constantly, that, okay, he's leaving. And next thing you know, now my life as I knew it is gone. My mate that I had is gone. You know, that's sheesh. That's a
Something that, yes,
that's a woo. You know what I mean? That's a woo. And then you're being told, you have to make the choice. You know, you have to make the choice whether what you're gonna do. And you ask the questions of, well, what can I do? Can I do this? No. Can I do that? No. Can I do that? No. So what do you mean? This is what it is, ma'am. And you like, wait, what? You know, wait, what? What do you mean? This is it? This is it. It's a hard pill to swallow. It's not an easy pill. It's not easy. It's
not at all. One of the comments says, this is my worst fear, not a divorce, but losing my best friend and life partner before it's time. I am amazed by your strength. And then you have Chrissy Harper, who says, hey, Shika.
My strength. My strength is from my Father up above. Not for him, I wouldn't be standing here. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be real with you. Like I said, I have my days where I just be like, I'm over it. Like, like, you know what I mean? Because it was just like, we still was doing things. We were raising kids. When he passed, my son was 13. I don't know how to be no man. I can't teach him to be a man. I can teach him the general things of how to love someone, how to respect someone, how to treat how to be a human being. But when it comes to manly things, I'm not a man. And it burns me when women say that. No, sweetie, you're not a man. We are not men. We are women. I can teach my daughter how to be a woman, but I can't teach my son how to be a man. I can teach my son how to be a human being. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what really got me the most, because it's like, my son's 13. It's his prime where he needed his dad, and look what happened. But I try. That's all I say is, I call a lot of guys. I'm not even going to lie to you. Like my brother, I couldn't. My tribe is, I have a wonderful tribe. My kids have a wonderful tribe. They have uncles, you know what I mean? They have cousins, and I'm thankful that I do have that tribe that are here to help when it's questions that I can't answer for him. He knows that, oh, I can reach out to XYZ and they can answer that question for me that my mom can't answer.
Yes, and hello to your brother. I miss your brother too. So Shalon Lee says, may God continue to grant you peace that surpasses all forms of peace, joy in abundance, and love, agape, that real, genuine kind of love. My prayers are with you. So everyone, yes, everyone is sending you love and hearts and everything on the page. So they're surrounding you with love. But I do want to say this. I didn't elaborate on your pain and your heartache just because. The reason I wanted you here, and I was so honored that you decided that it was time for you to share your story, was because what I do is I use my interviews and I use my this platform to be able to show people who tell me, Sharifah, I can't start my own business. I'm too shy. I've been through too much, and I can't. And I'm like, okay, well, let me sit you down. Let me show you Tisheka Morgan-Hatter's interview and watch her story. And if
Right.
she can do it, and if we can do it, then you can do it
You
as
most
well.
definitely can do it because, like you said, there is no greater loss than to lose your parent, your child, or your spouse.
Mhm.
Those three, it's like no other. I'm sorry. I mean, I know we all have that favorite cousin. We all have that favorite auntie. We even have our grandparents. I get it. Like I've lost my favorite aunt. I've lost a favorite cousin. I've lost my grandmother whose name I have tattooed on my arm. You understand what I'm saying? But there is no, I'm sorry. When you lose your parent, your kid, your spouse, that's a pain that's like unreal. So it's like if I can get over it and I can now rise above it, so can the next person. Yeah, it takes time. I'm not telling anyone that I'm not sitting here going to say, oh no, I just bounce back. No, I would never sit there and tell you that. It takes time. It takes, you have to want it. That's basically what I could say. If you want to be depressed, depression is there. It's there. It's just waiting for you to say, here, I don't want to move forward.
Mhm.
But if you want to move forward, you're gonna move forward. God's gonna make sure that you move forward. You have to want it. I didn't want to be depressed. I didn't want to be stuck in depression. I wanted to move forward. I just didn't know how to. So I
Mhm.
had to turn to my tribe and my faith and ask, move me forward. My son's godmother, that her name's Siobhan, beautiful woman, amazing. That's my spiritual advisor. And
Mhm.
then my bonus baby, she's also my spiritual advisor. And so I go to them. You understand what I'm saying? When I'm doing my battles and I'm really tug of warring, because I call it tug of war.
Mhm.
The depression wants to pull me this way, but I want to go this way, but I'm stuck in the middle of which way. You get
Mhm.
that? Did you get it?
Yes,
You
yes,
got that.
yes, we
You
got
got
that.
that. You
Yes,
got
I
that.
do.
You
Yes,
see, you understand what I'm
I
saying?
understand.
Depression
Yes.
want to pull you that way,
Mm-hmm.
but you're supposed to be that way, but you're
Mm-hmm.
stuck in the middle of which way.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
you have to want to go that way.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you don't, you're going to go that way easily.
Mm-hmm.
And once you get that way, like I tell everybody, it's easy to go that way, but it's
Mm-hmm.
hard to come back from that way. I
Mm-hmm.
don't want to go down that route anymore. I've already been down there. I don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like it on that side. I don't like it. So I check myself. I feel it and I check myself like, okay, girl, all right, you playing a little too close to the edge.
Mm-hmm.
You know how they say you playing too close to the edge of the cliff.
Yes.
You dive in. I'm playing a little too close. So I check myself and say, okay, girl, you better go on back over there and get to that side. You know?
Yes. Yes. So we have some more questions. Angela Long Flinch says, "Hey, sissy."
Hey, sis.
Yes, and Chrissy Harper said, "You got this." So again, we have the comments, we have the hearts, we have the love being sent your way. But when you were okay, we got the question is, or the statement. The people like you today, Tashika, because I'm like, I gotta read this paragraph. I love you, Cynthia. Thank you for the question, but it's like, where are my reading glasses? I was like, I'm 40 something now. I just started reading glasses. So look, y'all bear with me and don't judge me. Cynthia says, "I'm sitting here with tears in my eyes. This is raw speaking from the heart. I could have been in Tashika's shoes several times this year. It is wonderful to see and hear someone who was able to share her story. Peace and blessings upon her and her future endeavors. She spoke to my spirit. Thank you for sharing."
Thank you. Thank you, Cynthia. I'm here.
Yes.
I'm here to give my testimony. I'm here to let my story bless whomever, help whomever, however it can. It's my truth. Like I couldn't make it up. This is my truth. This is my reality. This is my day-to-day life. This is what I live day to day. Like I said, some days are better than others. Some days are worse than others. You
Mhm.
know what I mean? I do have those worst days where I just be like one of those numbers, like,
Yes.
wait,
Yes.
you want me to do this? You know what I mean? Wait, you want me to do this life? This is the life you want me to do? Like,
Yes. I
ugh.
mean, and the thing you say about that is, I understand exactly what you're saying about this life. I do, because I started the whole conversation without, to a certain extent, judging your life.
Mhm.
Like, as this kid, because you remember the drill team, you was the
Yeah,
captain.
yeah,
Everybody
yeah,
wanted to be Tisheka. That was it.
yeah.
We wanted to be in that space, be in that role, because
Bet y'all wouldn't want to be me now.
it's, but that's what I'm saying. But we don't want to get, before we even get to now, it's like you mentioned that you were together for 26 years.
Yes,
And I
ma'am.
remember watching a lot of those years. And again, I was looking at your life and like, you know, again, this is perfect. You know what I mean? No,
Right,
no crazy divorces, no this
right,
man, no that man. She
right.
not out in the club, not having one night stands. She settled down, got this man, this marriage. And from the outside, you look
Mhm.
at it and you go, her life is perfect, you know? And so then, I mean, but to a certain extent, I'm sure it was happier.
Oh
So
yeah,
it had to affect you to the point where you're like, okay, how do I get back to that point in my life? Because you said it's been 2 years and it
right,
took you about a year before you actually decided to move forward. Take
right.
me back to that day, that after a year where you decided this is the day where I'm gonna make my life better, happier, and move forward. What was it that sparked that?
It was just enough was enough.
Mhm.
I was just tired of depression. I was just tired. I was tired of the tired.
Okay.
I was tired of the tired. I was just, it was like, okay, enough is enough. You can run from it. Like, no matter what you do, like I say, if I was to be, what if I would have became an alcoholic? Okay, so what are
Yes.
you gonna do? You're gonna drink yourself. The problem's still gonna be there.
Mhm.
So now that's another problem that I've tacked on myself, because
Mhm.
now I have to deal with depression, and now I have to deal with, what if I became an alcoholic? So now I
Mhm.
got to learn how to deal with depression, and now I'm an alcoholic. No, thank you. Now, what if I would have turned to pills or, other drugs? Now that's something else. So no matter what you do, the problem is still going to be there.
Mhm.
The fact of he's gone, it's still going to be there.
Mhm.
So what do? You can't keep running from it. You can't keep hiding from it. So you deal with it. You face it
Mhm.
head on. That's what I was taught. My mom taught me, face it head on. When my husband passed, she let me cry, and she was like, okay, it's time to put your big girl panties on. What you gonna do?
Mhm.
What you gonna do? And I just looked at her like,
That's your mama.
you know, you know,
Here's some
you
kisses to Miss
you
Brenda. Yes.
you just you wiped your tears away, and you you did one of them, and it was like, okay, well, and that's what I did. It was like, okay, well, it's time to put my big girl panties on, and it's time for me to deal with it head on. I
Mhm.
can't keep running from it, because all I'm doing is making it harder and harder on myself. And which
Mhm.
means, if I'm making it harder and harder on myself, that means I'm making it harder and harder on my kids.
Mhm.
I don't want, what really got me too? I'll hit you with this one. So my daughter comes to me and she says, we about to commit you.
Mm.
I said, huh? She said, we about to put you in a home.
Mm.
I said, what you mean by that? She said, I already lost my dad. I feel like I'm losing my mom. What do you do with that? What do you say to that? What do you say to, and that's my oldest.
Mhm.
And she was there when her dad passed. So she watched that. So when you have your kid come and tell you, I already lost my dad, now I feel like I'm losing my mom too. What are you doing? I had to check myself. I had to, okay, no, I'm not doing something right. I had to face it head on. That's
Mhm.
that's a face it head on move. I couldn't
Mhm.
run from it, because I
Mhm.
seen, oh, they're watching me and
Mhm.
they're paying attention to me. and they don't like how I'm turning out. I must not be doing something right. Mm-hmm. So that was my turning point of, okay, yeah, I got kids.
But it's interesting that we are so alike in so many ways, because when I tell certain people about my story and different things that happen, and they're like, Sharifah, how did you do it? How did you make it through? And I say, because I really didn't have a choice. Nobody offered me different options. It wasn't like, okay, live this life or live this life, and you like, I'll take that one. No, this is the hand that was dealt to me.
I said, oh, you sound like me, because I said that. I was like, it's not fair. You watch other people, you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
And you watch how other people react. You see people like the movie dramatizes so much. You know what I mean? That's why I said, no, let me get that thought out of you guys' head, out of you guys' mind. Yeah, no, I said that, I was like, oh, I'm about to tear it all up. But then you know what I thought? I was like, oh, you dummy. Because if you tear up your house, you got to replace it.
Right.
You got to clean up the mess. Ain't nobody else coming up in here and replacing my house if I destroy it. Ain't nobody else coming up in here and cleaning my house if I destroy it. So I was like, oh, girl, no,
not my house.
Not my I might destroy your house.
Right, but not my house.
Not my house. I was like, oh, no, wait, let me get that thought up out of my mind. Like, girl, no, I ain't trying to destroy no house. Like, I ain't trying to break no TV. Break a TV. Girl,
right, that you need to watch.
And I need to watch. I'm going to sit here and now I'm going to destroy I'm going to break up my... What? Then that means that I got to replace that. No, let me reevaluate. Let me breathe.
Yeah.
Wait, you think that? Wait, you said what? Wait, no, never mind.
Right.
I ain't doing that. You know what
but
I mean?
You're speaking of the emotion, so we have a question for you. And she starts it off with, I hope it's appropriate to ask.
Yes, go ahead. Ask.
She says,
wait, you guys that are watching, ask whatever you need to ask. I ask. Okay. Don't feel shy. Ask. There's no wrong, as my mom taught me, there is no such thing as a dumb question. There's no such thing as a stupid answer. Ask. Just ask me. I'll be as simple as I can.
She says, were you ever angry or questioned your faith in God? Or had you always had you ever questioned your faith in God? Or had you always leaned on and trusted God to get you through your grief? And then she said, sending you hugs from Long Beach.
No, I was angry. You left me is all I could understand. All I could fathom is he left me. And when I remember now, I told you those worst days. Remember now, I ain't sitting here and I ain't telling y'all that, oh yeah, hey. No. Yeah. Remember now, I told you the anniversary is next month on the 7th. So we're getting closer, which means the 4th of July, remember now, I told you 5 days of me going back and forth to the hospital. The 4th of July was one of those days that I was going back and forth to the hospital. So no, I was angry. My thing was, you left me here to have to deal with this, this life that we were doing together. Remember, I told you we started a business. We were raising kids. You left me to have to do this by myself? Like, no, like myself? I'm supposed to do this by myself. I was angry. And I'm still, I'm working. I'm working on it. I'm
a work in progress.
I'm a work in progress. That's all I can say. I'm not where I was, but I still have ways to go. That's all I can say. Yeah, I'm not where I was with the anger, but I still have ways to go. I still have some issues and still things that I need to let go, but I'm a work in progress. Like I said, them worst days, I'll be like, you left me. What the? Oh yeah. Oh, I'll be crying and some more stuff and baby. But hey, I say this. That saying that they say God only gives those battles for those he know that can handle it. I look around and I look at a lot of people and I'll be like, boy, oh boy, you would not be able to handle this life that I'm living here, baby. Baby, you wouldn't be able to handle it. You wouldn't, you'd break. So I get it. I get it, God. I get you. I get it. You know, it took me a minute to understand that, but I'm like, oh, okay, God, I get you. I get you. I'm stronger than what I give myself credit. And I get it. I get that, you know. Like my kids told me, they dad would always tell them, I don't never have to worry about anything when it comes to your mom. If I was to go, I'm never going to worry about if you guys are going to be all right, because your mom, you got the best mom ever. Your mom is going to make sure that you're good. And so when he passed, it was the following year, you know, of him passing, the year anniversary. Bree shows me a post that he did to me for Mother's Day, the year of him passing. Yeah, of course, you know, it broke me, you know, of course that, because what he said to me was just that. I never have to worry about my kids. I know that you, as their mother, you got them. I never have to worry about me as being your husband, because I know you as my wife, you got me. So.
Oh my God, I'm trying not to cry this whole time. Like, this is hitting me in emotions. I'm trying to focus, pay attention, and read
I'm
comments.
sorry.
No. This is some good stuff right here. This is good because we got comments on hold, like waiting right now. So Angela Long Flinch says, sis, you are one of the strongest and realest Black women I know. And I love seeing you prosper, and your testimony is helping another queen. You are constantly in my prayers. Love you, sis.
I love you too, sis.
Yes.
Thank you. I love you too.
Yes. So Cynthia says, I think in situations like this, you get lost for a while in the beginning. You are in your feelings and emotions. But when you have children relying on you, that is the area of strength you pull from. And your method of grieving shifts. But you still grieve. You still have your moments within. And you have to give yourself permission to be angry and grieve. But your faith in God and your trust that whatever you feel and say to him won't separate you from him. And that is what is key.
Exactly. And that is beyond true, because you, like I said, you go, like I told you, I go over there. I just don't go over there. You understand what I'm saying? Those are those worst days. I just don't allow those worst days to keep me over there. Like I was told, it's okay to cry and it's okay to have those worst days. You just don't allow those worst days to dictate the rest of what it's going to be. You allow you to have that moment. You can even have that day, but that following day, you don't let it trickle over to the following day. That's when it becomes a problem, when you allow it to just, you know, ripple effect, the domino effect. No, I don't want that. I'm going to have this bad day. And okay, I had this bad day. But when I wake up that next day, it's like, okay, I had a bad day, but today you won't get that glory. You won't get that. Not today. Today is going to be a better day than yesterday. You know what I mean? And so that's how you have to do.
Yes. One of the things that you mentioned earlier was the alcohol or the drugs. And I think those become something that may affect people, but I've seen more people who are affected by just getting in the bed and not getting out. You know what I mean? Like they don't even get, you know, it's not that they're drinking all day or, you know, doing drugs. They can't get out of the bed. That's one of the things.
Yeah. That's me. I was stuck. Okay, so I had him cremated. Okay, I was the one that I didn't want. I stay, like you said, I stay in Arizona. Well, his funeral was in California. Okay, and so once again, we reside in Arizona. So I couldn't leave him in California because who was gonna take care of him? You know, yeah, he has family out there, but that's my husband. You understand what I'm saying? That's my responsibility. So I couldn't leave him there. So we had him cremated. So wherever we go, he go.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So when I brought him home for 2 weeks, I didn't budge off the couch. And that was my thing. I couldn't, okay, no, I can't leave him in here by himself. Like, no, he's in here by himself. Like, no, you know, and I had to learn how it's okay. You know, it's okay. So you have to learn how to just not allow it to trigger you. You know what I mean? You have to learn how to have those moments. Just
when we've allowed you to have those moments and get it out. So we've been talking about this, and I just want to go into talking about what you're doing now, because I'm so proud of you. I'm so excited. I hope that everybody learns not only from where you were, but where you are. You keep, as you move back, I can see parts of your shirt. You have, yes.
Let me stand up.
I love it. Not your mama's, not what is, what's the, oh, I'm gonna say, where's mama at? I'm like, I know it's not your mama tacos.
Not your mama tacos. These is not your mama tacos. Your mama can't cook tacos like this. That's my thing. Your mama can't cook tacos like this. They be like, my mama can cook. No, your mama can't cook tacos like me though, baby.
So what is so special about your taco? Okay, but wait, before you answer that, because I'm like, I believe you, because I know you can cook, but I'm like, aren't all tacos made equal? Ain't it like the taco shell? You put in the ground beef, put in the lettuce, put in some beans, put in some tomatoes.
Let me tell you this. First off, my main thing, I don't even use the taco pack. I don't use taco seasoning. That's disgusting. If I know, if say for instance you made tacos, and I know that you made it with a taco pack. You don't even, I know it. You know,
like, you can't fool me.
You can't even fool me. I won't even eat it. I don't even eat taco pack tacos whatsoever. That's nasty to me. That's my opinion. Hello, don't beat me up. Everybody gonna be like, no, don't beat me up. That's my opinion. I know how to season. My thing is, I'm a season guru. My palate, it's there. I can season. I can tell you what you cook with, how you, that's me. That's me. So I have learned how to not use a taco pack when I make my tacos. And then for some reason, I don't know, everybody just be like, I feel the love. My thing is this: if you are angry and you're cooking, your food gonna taste like it. FYI.
That's deep.
FYI. So if you get some food and it don't taste right, ask the person were they mad or were they happy when they cooked that food. If they tell you that they really didn't feel like it, that's why it tastes like that. It's gonna taste like they really didn't feel like it. I can be in the worst of the worst mood. Cooking is my life. That's my go-to. If I'm having a bad day, if I'm in the worst of the worst moods, put me in the kitchen. That allows me to you won't even, you be like, but you just was mad, girl. I ain't mad no more. Who was mad, girl? Taste this. You know what I mean? Taste this. That type things. You know, the kitchen is just my for some reason, and it's crazy because I have a degree in childcare. I have, I was, you should know that. I worked with kids all my life. That's what I thought. I wanted to, at one point in time, I wanted to open up a childcare. You know what I mean? I wanted that at one point in time. But then it was just like, as people got to eating my food, they was like, oh, you should do that. And I'm like, oh, maybe I should. So, like I said, that's how the taco business came about. The kids was just like, well, you can't not cook. So you gotta cook. You gotta. So that's when I was like, okay, well, let me do these tacos then, because I know that that's something that hands down you.
Okay, so we have a comment for you. I think this is in secret code, because Reginald Hammond Senior. Hey, Reginald, how you doing? He said, hey, don't forget you had some of Shirley cooking too. You know who I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, I had some of her food too.
That's what he said to tell you. So I don't know. He said, don't forget. So I guess she gave you some tips. You ate her food. You got an idea. I don't know.
You want me to be honest of who taught me how to cook my tacos?
Yes.
My friend Michelle. Not the one who, my Hispanic friend Michelle.
Okay.
And it's a lady that stayed next door to me when I stayed on Western. Her name, we called her Siamata.
Mm-hmm.
That's who taught me how to make my Mexican food. That's who
Mm-hmm.
taught me how to properly season, how to what to use. That's who taught me.
Mm-hmm.
Those two ladies, yeah, they taught me how to do. They taught me. I
They
was
just
using
said
a
do it
taco
all
pack.
from. She
I
said
was
just
using
do
a
it all
taco
from
pack.
scratch.
Yeah, I was using the taco pack, and they like, nah, chica, no, chica, no. I said, no, what? No, chica, no. You don't use no taco pack, chica. Well, show me how. And they showed me how. And of course, I did my own little twist, elevated it up and put my own little secret ingredients with it. And there you have it. So that's who showed me how to do the taco packs. I mean, the
What
tacos.
what was the process like for you to go from just cooking at home to starting a business? Because sometimes that's people's fear, especially with food is concerned, stepping out of there, cooking for other people.
Well, you know what allowed me to really get my feet wet was me, like you said, I am with the drill teams.
Mm-hmm.
So we do have like different drill team competitions. And when it was like, say for instance, who competition was it? I want to say it was the pace setters competition. Matter
Mm-hmm.
of fact, Chrissy Harper, she just did a comment. It was her competition, and she allowed me, hi, Buddha baby. She allowed me to cook at her competition for the
Mm-hmm.
first time, and that's what gave me my exposure.
Mm-hmm.
That's what introduced Nacho Mama's Tacos on the map, was me being at the pace setters competition. What year was that? 2017? Oh, 2019. Oh, Jesus Christ. Look, I'm all back in my year. 2019. That's I Love You More. That's who gave me. You see my baby? That was pretty. That was pretty. Want to say hi, Bree?
Hey, how you doing?
That was my baby. She's getting ready to leave. But yeah, Chrissy is the one who allowed me to introduce Nacho Mama's Tacos. And what really gave me the incentive of really doing it is for my husband's funeral, me and my god brother Jim, he does potatoes and I did the tacos. And he was like, sis, you need to come on and stop playing. Like, stop playing with these tacos. Like, stop playing, sis, and do these tacos. And that's what really made me like, okay, well, let me see. So then we invented Nacho Mama's Tacos. And like I said, the Paysetters allowed me to come to their competition. And that's what put Nacho Mama's Tacos on the map. The design is actually from my cousin Dee Dee. She's the one who actually designed my shirt and all of that good stuff.
We love the babies. So that's how you got the tacos. That's how you started with Not Your Mama's Tacos. I had so many more questions, but I also want to bring up the fact that you also are into nutrition. I saw your before and after pictures. I
Yes,
was
ma'am.
blown away. I need to learn more about that because I did try keto about 2-3 years ago, lost 40 pounds, regained 50 pounds. So it wasn't sustainable for me. Just tried another product. It was like 400 and something dollars a month, and all they gave you is like this little powder that you put into shakes. And I was just like, if I'm gonna pay 400 and something dollars a month, I at least want some food, some Weight Watchers, something where there's a meal, because at least I could justify it because I wouldn't be paying for groceries. But to live the rest of your life off of a powdered shake, that was inconceivable. But I'm always interested in weight loss and nutrition. So tell us what you've been up to.
Okay, so I am a part of, I know everybody's heard of the TLC. I am a total life changer. I am a product of the product. You know what I mean? So you know how when you go to the GNC stores, right? And you go and you go get vitamins, okay? And you go to the receptionist and you ask the receptionist, well, what kind of vitamins can you tell me to take? And you ask them, well, have you taken it? Do you know about it? And they be like, nah, I don't know nothing about it. Well, that's not with me. I am, like I said, a product of the product. The products that I am selling, I am on them as well. So I do the NutriBurst, which is like a vitamin. We call it liquid gold. It's like, everything you need in the bottle. I'm also on the NRG, and I'm also on the tea. And those are the three things that I've used. And I've only been on the product for a month. And so the results that I posted on Tuesday, those are only of me being on the product for a month. I don't use a waist trainer. I know that was one of the things that everybody kept saying is, well, how can you sell a product to me and you got a waist trainer on? You using this? Are you doing that? I don't use a waist trainer. I don't go hard in the gym. Like I walk for 2 miles a day. I do a 15-minute Zumba workout, and that's it. That's it. And I'm just on the products. I've changed what I eat. I've changed how I eat. I still eat my, sweets. I still have my milkshakes. I still have my chocolate, my bags of chips. I still do that. It's just I don't do it as much as I used to do it. You understand what I'm saying? The products will help you change. It's all you like. You say you want to get healthier. So if you're trying to eat, eat healthier, and you're trying to get healthier, well, why would you now go and get a triple stack cheeseburger with all the fixings every day? You heard what I said. Every day. I didn't say that you couldn't have it. I just said every day. Why would you want to do that every day when you're trying to get healthier? That's your whole goal. You get what I'm saying? So that's what I've been doing. So, and I've seen it. My skin is more like I have on no foundation, just a little eye makeup. That's it. But no foundation. You see all the natural glow. My skin looking good. Looking good. And the link is you guys can go to my Facebook page, and I have the link to my business. You can go and just click the link in my bio and check out the different products that we have. Like it may not want to work for me. Like you said, the keto diet. I've never tried that. I've thought about it, but I didn't want to try that. And I'm glad because listen to you know what I mean? And I've heard a lot of people say that too. When you stop it, you put on more than what you had when you first started it. I don't want to do that. I've yet to hear anyone say anything negative about my, company. Only thing they say is that everybody has on a waist trainer. Well, that's their prerogative. If some people need a little extra more. Some people want to wear a waist trainer. That's their prerogative. It's not the product. Don't fault the product. You understand what I'm saying? The products work. They work. I mean, you seen my before and you seen my after, and that's literally a month. So I have no reason to lie.
No, I think that is wonderful. Now, I added the link in the box of the post. So people can click on the link directly and go to your website and purchase some of the products. They can take a look at the products. You definitely want to check them out if you're interested in being more healthy, interested in weight loss, weight management. They're very interesting. But I want to go back to Not Your Mama Tacos for a moment. Where can people purchase them, order them? I know somewhere.
Okay, so I am a caterer, and I'm trying to, because COVID like shut down a lot. You understand what I'm saying? It stopped a lot of my plans that I had in the making, because I wanted to actually come back out to California and kind of like do a pop-up. You understand what I'm saying? And just pop up here and cook there, pop up there and cook there. But COVID kind of stopped it. So that's my ultimate goal, is to come, you know what I mean, and just try to put myself in and let people taste. I want to do like a taster. That's a goal of mine too, is to just cook up a bunch of tacos and let people come out and just taste them. You can get me to cater. I'm really reasonable. I'm willing to travel. I do all events, whatever event. I was out here doing graduations. I did a bridal shower. I did a graduation. I did a birthday party. So whatever event, I don't mind coming to it. I do not just tacos. I do quesadillas. I do burritos. I'm kind of like how McDonald's and Burger King is with the Whopper and the Big Mac. I stick to, I don't go outside the box. So what you get today is what you'll get tomorrow, and what you'll get the next and the next and the next. I use 3 meats: carne asada, chicken, shrimp, all natural, fresh ingredients. Everything is handmade by me, like only my hands, these ends. I don't, I don't, no, 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 no. I do have my kids. They do help me, in the preparations of preparing. But when it comes to actually cooking the meat, nah, I'm not your mama Shaka. You see, Chef Tisheka, that's me. Like, no, no, no. But they do help me. You know what I mean? It's a family business because it's like this is what I'm doing to leave to them, and so that they can now leave it to their kids, and it's a legacy. I'm trying to get a legacy started here.
Well, we're definitely going to get you down here, over here to Long Beach, get you to cater some events, do some
Yes.
things, because I'm always having something going on.
And like I said, I'm more than willing. They can just reach out to me on my Facebook page if they need me to cater an event. They can even reach out to you. You understand what I'm saying? If they need me to cater an event, whatever the situation may be, one person, two people, three people, four people, it don't matter to me. If you just want me to come and cook for you, I don't care. You know what I mean? I don't mind. I love to cook. So
you're talking to the wrong person.
Like, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean?
The people who know me know I love to eat. I'm not gonna cook it, but I'm gonna eat it.
Yeah, see, it don't matter to me. One person, a million people, it don't matter to me. It doesn't matter. I cook. I just love to cook.
And I love to eat.
My mom gonna say that's true. I just love to cook like I do. I love to cook.
Did you get my shout out earlier to you? I saw her in the background. I don't know if she saw me. I told her earlier, I gave a shout out. I said, tell Miss Brenda I love her. Send her some kisses. Yes. Now I'm gonna tell you something, probably surprise you, Tisheka, but it is 2:56. Yes, mouth open. Yes, it is 2:56. We've been having such a good time. We've been enjoying ourselves. We've been talking. We've been laughing. We've been catching up. We've been sharing.
Oh my God, we have just been talking.
Yes, crying. So we are down to the last few minutes of the show. And what I love to do at the end of every show is just simply allow my guests the opportunity to speak directly to the audience, to everyone who is watching live, as well as everyone who's watching this in the archives, and just really let them know what you want them to take away from your appearance.
Okay, so first off, you guys, I appreciate everyone that tuned in and listened to my testimony. I hope that you take away from this interview that without your faith in God and without your tribe, no matter what situations you've gone through, no matter what situations you may go through, if you don't have those people, you know what I mean, you won't make it. No matter what, don't allow a situation to stop you from becoming the best person that you can possibly be. Don't allow a situation to hinder you. Allow that situation to be a learning lesson. See, I had to learn from what I went through with my husband so that I can become this person that I am today, so that I can be able to sit here and talk to you. You understand what I'm saying? So if you guys take anything out of it, take that I have faith and I have my tribe, and you have faith and you have your tribe, and together we can accomplish anything. You know how they say the sky is the limit? No, the sky has no limits.
Amen. Amen.
There's no limits. The sky has no limits. Not the sky is the limit. No, 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 no. I don't teach my kids that. I teach them the sky has no limits for you to become whatever it is that you want to become. And that would be basically it.
I think those are powerful words to end such an amazing, emotional, authentic, raw interview that just came from the heart, because you really stepped up and showed people who can give any type of excuse a reason, or someone who has done it. Because there are so many people who said, like I said earlier, who say they can't, who they don't have the ability, they can't do it for this reason or that reason. But again, I am going to go ahead and share this interview with them. And I also ask for everyone who's watching the show live to go ahead and share this interview, because like one of the comments said, she got to the 40-minute mark of the show, but then she started crying, because the whole show she was trying not to cry, but she was like, she just couldn't do it. Those tears just came.
Like I said, I'm not where I have ways to go. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm not where I was. I'm far from where I was. But I'm thankful. I'm thankful to God. I'm thankful to my tribe. I'm thankful to, when I say my tribe, I'm just not talking about family. I'm talking about friends, because sometimes friends can be more than family, if you understand what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying? So when I say my tribe, you're included in my tribe, Sharifah. You know, I look to you guys for my strength. When I'm having those bad days, I look to you and I say, huh, well, if she can do it, why can't you do it? We come from the same. And that's what I'm hoping, that if anything, that's what people get from this interview. If I can do it, why can't you do it? You know, we always want to say, why me? Why not you?
That's powerful, wonderful way to end this interview. I want to thank you for being you. I want to thank you for being today's guest on Ask Sharifah Videocast. Girl, I love you. I
I love
support
you
you.
more.
Anything I can do to help you, please do not hesitate to let me know. Contact me, inbox me, whatever it is. We're going to
Yes,
get you
ma'am.
down
And
here
if you
to
need
Long
to use
Beach.
me again, I'm here. You can use me
Absolutely.
again. You can. I don't mind it. I actually enjoyed it. I
We had a
actually did.
great time.
Yes,
Yes.
we did.
We're going to have you back. But I
Okay.
want to thank everyone who tunes into the show. Go ahead and share the show. If you are interested in being a guest, please visit the website at ashrifah.com and select Be a Guest. Until the next time, everyone have a safe and a blessed day. Bye now.